What happens when you compare a high-performance air fryer to a full-sized home oven armed with a baking steel and a broiler? Can a gadget outperform tradition? Today we're baking a beautiful Neapolitan-style pizza and my go-to crispy sourdough rolls in the Typhur Dome 2 and a standard oven. The results? Let's just say I was not expecting what happened. Hi, I'm Sune, and I'm not just a food enthusiast, I'm a full-blown food geek. I'm here to share my passion and knowledge with you. The Typhur Dome 2 is a sleek countertop oven that boasts fast heat-up times, strong convection, and precise temperature control. Its maximum temperature is 230 degrees Celsius or 450 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot enough to roast, bake, and theoretically make a pretty good pizza. But here's the twist. The built-in pizza program only runs at 200 degrees Celsius, around 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now contrast that with my home oven, where I bake pizza at 300 degrees Celsius, 572 degrees Fahrenheit, using a preheated baking steel and the broiler cranked to full blast. For rolls, both ovens were set to 230 degrees Celsius, 450 degrees Fahrenheit, which is my usual temp. Though the Typhur's aggressive fan made things interesting. So the real question is, does this smart countertop oven hold up against the firepower of a traditional setup, or is it just another shiny kitchen gadget? If you'd like to support the channel, please consider joining my Patreon. You can also buy some merch, or use the super thanks, or check out the links for tools and ingredients in the description. Those were the words. This is the experiment. This video is available as an article on my website, including the recipe for the Neapolitan pizza. First, I'll make the pizza dough. To a medium bowl, add 250 grams of bread flour, 50 grams of semolina flour, 4 grams of instant yeast, and 6 grams of salt. Mix all the dry ingredients. Then add 192 grams of water. Mix until it comes together. The dough to your counter and knead it until all the flour has been incorporated into the dough. And grab a bulking container, spray it with baking spray, punch the dough down and add it to the container. Top of the dough and let it rise until doubled. It takes a couple of hours depending on the temperature in your kitchen. If you opt for a longer rise, you can add less yeast. Once it's doubled, put the dough on the counter. Add a little flour as it's probably sticky. Knead it through. Then use a scale to divide the dough into 2 equal pieces. Knead them and shape them into balls. Spray a container with baking spray, add the dough to the container, space them out so that they had room to spread out without touching each other, then put them in the fridge at least for a couple hours, but you can store them for up to 48 hours. While the dough is resting in the fridge, I'll prepare the other things. I'll cut some fresh mozzarella into slices, and then I'll make a super simple pizza sauce. For the best sauce, use canned DOP San Marzano tomatoes, but any other canned tomatoes will work. Put it in your food processor. Add salt to taste, a good helping of dried oregano, and some sprigs of fresh basil. Put the lid on. Run the machine until you have a nice cohesive sauce. That's it. The sauce is ready. Alright, let me make the pizza that I'll put in the Dome 2. If you want to learn how to shape a pizza, you should watch my sourdough pizza video. use semolina on my peel as it doesn't have any gluten, so the pizza won't stick. Then add a thin layer of sauce. And mozzarella cheese on top. I should have probably preheated the Dome 2 before making the pizza, but I'll do it now. Once it's hot, I add the pizza. When the program is over, I'll take it out. Nice. And a little fresh basil never hurt anyone. Now I'll slice it. Ooh, crispy. All right, let me try this. Pizza is best right out of the oven. Well, just a minute to make it so it doesn't hurt your mouth. The taste is delicious. The crust is crispy. This is better than most homemade pizza. Let's try the oven. My oven is already heated to 300 degrees Celsius, 572 Fahrenheit, with a broiler on and a baking steel inside. I put it in the oven. After about 5 minutes, I take it out, and it was a tiny bit too late. The crust was too dark. Oh well, let's taste it. Oh my, look at those leopard spots. The bottom is so crispy, this is on another level. Honestly, it's hard to tell the difference between this one and one made in a proper pizza oven. Alright, next I'll make crispy sourdough rolls. I mix the dough. Shape it into a rustic ball. And add it to my bulking container. Add the rice to 50%. Once it's risen, I divide the dough into 10 equally sized pieces. Then I put them on a baking paper lined baking sheet and let them rise for a couple hours on the counter. Then I preheat both the Dome 2 and my oven to 230 degrees Celsius, 450 degrees Fahrenheit. When the Dome 2 is hot, I add my buns. My recipe says to bake for 10 minutes with steam and 15 without. Since I don't have a ramekin that fits inside the Dome 2, I chose to bake it without steam. I checked the rolls after about 20 minutes and whoa, they were already pretty dark, so I took them out early. All right, time for the regular oven. I boil a kettle of water, put the rolls in the oven, add boiling water to the pan, bake for 10 minutes. Then I take the pan out and bake for an additional 15 minutes. Then I take the rolls out of the oven. Let me taste these. Honestly, there's no difference in taste. While the rolls from the Typhur are a little dark, there's no burnt taste or anything, so they're totally equal. This test surprised me, but it also got me thinking about how much potential these countertop ovens really have. Let's start with the pizza. The Typhur Dome 2, using its standard pizza program, did a decent job. Honestly, better than I expected. But I can't help but think it would have done much better at its max of 230 degrees Celsius. With a manual setting and a bit of tweaking, it could potentially turn out something really great. Meanwhile, my home oven, 300 degrees, Celsius with a blasting broiler delivered a next level pizza. The crust, maybe a little too dark, but the texture, the oven spring, and the flavor, outstanding. Now onto the rolls. The Typhur's fan and the top element were intense. The rolls browned at 230 degrees Celsius faster than I wanted. Next time, I dropped that temperature down to 210 degrees Celsius to even things out. In contrast, the ones from the home oven were, as expected, just right. Crisp, golden, and beautifully light inside. So, is the Typhur Dome 2 worth your time? Absolutely, especially if you're short on space. I love dialing in the details. But for high heat pizza and precision sourdough, my traditional setup holds the edge for now. Have you tried a smart oven like this? Would you trust one with your pizza night? Let me know in the comments. There's also a link in the pinned comment to check out the Typhur Dome 2. And if you're interested, there's a discount waiting there. I hope you learned something today. See you next time.